That's the trouble with big cities. It's hard to make friends. If you live in a village, people are always stopping you for a chat, but not in London.
Oh, I don't know. I was in Piccadilly Circus the other night. Several ladies stopped me for a chat. I think they were selling flags.
No. Diana's right. We've been here 6 months and we haven't had a friendly word from the neighbours.
Oh, the old boy next door popped by when we were having that party.
That was 2 words and they weren't friendly.
Oh, boarding. Where's the medicine cabinet, Barsha?
Anyone here speak Norwegian?
Over there.
Thank you.
You've got a cold.
By Jove, I don't know how you do it.
I was walking home in the rain. I missed the last bus.
Honestly, it's time we got one of our own.
A bus?
A car, transport. It's embarrassing being the only people in the street who never get parking tickets.
I've been saving for months.
Oh, I'm sure we could get a bank loan or hire purchase.
Barsha, you know I don't approve of getting into debt.
That is true, Barsha.
Thank you, Barry. We must live within our beads.
Beads?
I've been trying to save up for a car, but it's the interest that's the problem.
Pardon?
I've got this interest in horse racing.
Yes, Murray has paid for a car, but his bookie is driving it.
I agree with Paul. Hire purchase is out.
Mainly because they checked his credit ratings and turned him down.
I calculate if we keep saving at this rate, in about a year we can afford a nice little second-hand... sushi!
Well, they're all right if you like Japanese cars.
A year?
A Boris Bider, or possibly a Biddy.
I've just had an idea.
Yeah. Mastermind's just had an idea.
Why don't we buy one between us?
Oh, don't be daft. That's the... Come again?
Well, we couldn't afford this house, so we bought it jointly. We could do the same thing with a car.
Diana's just made an intelligent suggestion. Hold the front page.
Then we could share it.
Oh, what, you mean like Paul and Marcia could have it going and we could have it coming back?
Yeah.
That's the Diana we know and love.
Well, I think it's a great idea, don't you, Paul?
What?
Well, we could go halves in a car.
Oh, yes. Bags either half with the engine. The trouble is, I don't know a lot about cars. For instance, what does 4.2 mean?
It means we can't afford it.
Oh, escort, light brown, a goer. Oh, no, sorry, that's under personal services.
No, what we want is a nice clapped-out wreck that's falling apart.
Eh?
Stick to something we can afford.
Used cars? You're wasting your time looking in there.
Where do you think I should look? Under pets? Suppose we might find a Rover.
No, they're all dealers, aren't they? You don't want to buy from a car dealer.
Well, what's the alternative? The fishmonger doesn't sell a lot of cars.
They mark up their profit margin, don't they, to pay for all their fancy showrooms and overheads. Now, does this mate of mine...
Stop there. I know all about your mates.
That's a very hurtful thing to say. Besides, this one's honest. He runs a used car business in a back alley.
Oh, is he the one with the loud check suit and the moustache?
No, that's Mavis. Sid Albright's his name. With no overheads, he could give us a really good deal.
And you vouch for him, do you?
Yes.
Well, that settles it. Forget it.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, it's me, Sid. Yeah. Look, listen. When can I expect the next delivery? Yeah. Well, look, you can ring me at my office any time. The number is 246-8021. Yeah. Yeah, okay, doke. Cheers.
Here we are, then.
Oh, I don't know how you talked me into this, Murray.
You're saving money.
That's how. Still, we are only looking. I don't trust any of your dodgy friends.
Sid Albright, Paul Hatfield.
Oh, when I said dodgy, how do you do? This is Marcia and Diana, and you know Murray, and you're Sid.
Oh, pleased to meet me.
We want a car, Sid.
Uh-huh. How much?
Very much.
Oh, nice little body.
Thank you.
We've got £1,257 and 29 new pence.
That's amazing. By chance, that is exactly the price of that one.
Oh, I like the colour. It's exactly the same shade as your new jacket.
What's on the clock?
12:15.
20,000 miles.
And for a mate?
45,000? I'll give it a test drive.
Well, it wouldn't do any harm to try it.
All right. But we're only trying it, that's all.
You won't regret it, Paul. Told you to get a bargain from Sid.
Well, I hope it's mechanically sound. There was a funny squeaking in the back.
That was me. Those seats were cold.
Look, stop worrying. He gave us a guarantee.
Written on a paper bag. Doesn't inspire confidence.
I tell you, it's a great little car. It handles beautifully. I'm surprised you didn't try it yourself, Paul.
Oh, well, I didn't have my driving gloves, and it would have meant adjusting the seat, and...
And you can't drive.
Yes, that's the third reason.
You bought a car and you can't
I
drive.
can learn. There's a very good driving school on the high street. I'll have a lesson with them.
I think it'll take more than one lesson, Paul. You don't have very good coordination.
I have?
Well, it took you 3 goes to get out of bed this morning.
You don't need a driving school. That'll cost you a fortune. You're paying for all their overheads. You know, you've got staff, premises, advertising.
Here we go again.
Look, I could teach you to drive for half the price.
You? I'm not that desperate to save money.
Now, repeat exactly what I told you.
Switch on. Put the doodah into first, gently bring the foot up on the what's it, and release the howjummy flip.
Right. Now belt up.
Can't I ask questions? Oh, yes.
Check the mirror. Yes, as handsome as ever. And off we go.
What did I do wrong?
Nothing. Nothing. You're doing great. In fact, I think it's time you went solo.
Beginning to think this was a mistake.
So am I.
Washing powder, salt, tea, Valiums. Valium? I never put that on a list.
That's Murray's writing. He's been a bag of nerves since he started teaching Paul to drive.
Yes, the writing does look a bit shaky. Oops! Sorry.
Oh, it's my fault, dear. I was trying not to look at the chocolate gatto. Haven't I seen you somewhere before?
Well, I was at the bacon counter.
You live at number 20. Well, you both do.
Well, that's right.
Well, I'm at 32, so we're neighbours. Mrs. Wilcox, Shirley. And this is my husband.
Is it?
Bill!
Sorry, dear. I was reading a packet of slag pellets.
This is Bill, my husband.
Marcia.
Diana.
I've been saying to Bill that round here you never get to meet your neighbours.
Oh, we've been saying the same thing.
Oh, and I do enjoy a good gossip.
She does. I'll vouch for that.
Oh, I never gossip myself. But I tell you who does. Have you seen that woman at 47?
Oh, she is. I've seen her. Well, isn't she? She's looking out of her window.
Yes, she's friendly with us all.
Yes, she is. She's under the maid.
Right, Let's see now. What must you never do on a humpback bridge?
I don't know. Pass.
Correct. You see a sign, a red car and a black car, side by side in a red circle. What does it mean?
No black or red cars?
Hi, how's it going?
Thank God, intelligent life.
Guess what?
Spoke too soon.
We met the couple who live at 32. They're coming round for drinks.
But we don't know them.
Well, yes, we do. We've just had 6 months' worth of gossip. Now, how's the driving lessons going?
Oh, so-so. He's finally learnt to keep his eyes open.
Well, you don't inspire confidence. You're not supposed to scream.
Perhaps you should find a proper driving school. Here's the local paper.
I don't think white hair would suit Murray.
He'll never make a driver. The other day we got overtaken by a pram.
Well, Paul is careful.
He puts on his seatbelt to clean inside the car.
You're exaggerating.
I reckon he thinks 30 means 30 minutes a mile. It would explain why he keeps on trying to drive with the handbrake on.
Well, you drive too fast. If I wasn't strapped in, I'd end up on the parcel shelf.
Murray, could I have a word? That chap who sold us the car, what did you say his name was?
Sid Albright.
Sidney Arthur Albright of 17 Backhouse Lane?
Yeah? Why?
He's just appeared in court, charged with selling stolen cars. You realise what this means?
He's been selling stolen cars. We bought one from him. No, Paul, what does it mean?
Look, don't tell Marcia about this. She'll only panic.
Like you're doing.
We must go to the police.
But, Paul, we don't know it fell off the back of a car transporter.
I blame you for introducing us to him.
Well, how was I to know? He told me he'd been going straight since he got out.
You knew he had a criminal record?
So have you. Max Bygrave singing a deck of cards.
This is not a joking matter, Murray. As law-abiding citizens, we must inform the police.
What if it is nicked? You'll lose all your money. Even worse, so will I. And what if they don't believe you?
What do you mean?
Well, if you meet some fella in a pub and buy something cheap off him, you've got to figure it may be bent.
I did not meet him in a pub.
No, but I did. If they don't believe us, we could be charged with receiving stolen goods.
I have never broken the law in my life.
Never? Come on.
Well, all right, I did go scrumping once.
Scrumping? All these months I've been living with a hardened criminal.
But apart from that, I have a clear conscience. I mean, look at me. Do I look guilty? Do I?
7 years hard labour. Next case.
Oh, Paul?
Oh, yes, Murray, I think you're right. It does look like rain, my word. Yeah. Oh, hello, Marcia. How are you?
Fine. We're running a bit low on drink.
Oh, just when I needed one.
And the neighbours are coming round at 6. Can I borrow the car?
Oh, yes, of course you can. But do drive carefully. No.
What?
No, it's a beautiful day for a walk.
But you just said it looked like rain.
No, when I said rain, I meant sunshine. Exercise, that's what we need. 1, 2, 3, 4. Besides, it's out of petrol, and the battery's flat, and...
The ashtray's full.
Yeah, the ashtrays are full. No rain.
Oh, forget it, I'll walk.
We can't take it out on the road. What if the police are looking for it?
Quite right, Paul. Much better to keep it parked outside the house.
Paul?
I'm just covering the car in case it rains.
But you said it looked like sunshine.
No, when I said sunshine, I meant rain.
Have you
noticed Paul is behaving strangely?
What, more than usual?
Yes. He just sits there watching the television.
So?
He doesn't switch on.
I asked him if he wanted a cup of tea and he just said, not guilty.
Well, I hope he snaps out of it before the Wilcoxes get here. Caught you.
I'm innocent!
Those are for the guests.
They might even send me to jail, Murray.
For nicking a few gherkins? Shouldn't be more than 3 months.
I think I need a drink.
Well, go easy, or they'll have you for drunk in charge of a sausage.
You might at least have the decency to do your half of the worrying instead of leaving it all to me.
There's nothing to worry about. If the car is nicked, you can bet that Sid's had it resprayed and changed the number plates.
Murray, you don't seem to realise the difference between right and wrong.
Yes, I do. You know your trouble? You're new to a life of crime. You'll get used to it.
Oh, I don't know what to do. If I keep quiet, I'll be an accessory after the fact, and if I don't, I could be painted as black as he is.
You'll be a matching accessory.
That'll be them. Is everything tidy?
With Murray here, you must be joking.
Now, have you changed your underpants?
Just how well have you got to know these neighbours?
Well, here we are. Well, that is I am. Bill isn't. But he will be when he comes.
Yes.
He got held up at work, so I came along to say that we'd be a bit late. But then I thought, well, we'll be here, so I might as well stay.
Yes. Shirley, Paul, my husband.
Hello.
Hello.
And this is Murray, my something or other.
Hi. Drinks?
Oh, just the one, please.
Paul?
Do sit down.
Well, I see you bought a new car.
No. Oh, well, that is sort of, but not really. So, you're Mrs. Wilcox.
Yes.
And your husband is Mr. Wilcox.
Yes. Oh, but call us Shirley and Bill.
Right.
Thanks. Oh, we haven't met, but I do know your face.
It's the sort of funny blue one.
What?
Our car. We bought it from
No, I'm sure
Mr.
Mrs. Sherlock doesn't wish to know that. The weather.
What about it?
Oh, well, they do say it looks like rain. Or sunshine.
Yes, have you lived in the neighbourhood long?
Oh, yes, ever since we moved here. How do you like it?
Oh, it's great. Apart from the crime, that is, there's a lot of it about.
Yes, gardening.
Shocking, isn't it, Paul? I think they should hand out stiffer sentences.
Sport. Are you interested in wrestling?
Oh, not at the moment, thank you.
I mean, I was reading in the local paper only...
Religion.
Do come in. It's Bill.
Sorry, I didn't have time to change.
Oh, my God.
I don't know what's got into you. I invite some neighbours round and you throw alcohol all over them.
I did try to wipe her down.
I don't think she wanted wiping where she was wet. And you were babbling nonsense the whole evening. An hour and a half on the mating habits of the mongoose.
Sorry.
I didn't know you knew so much about it.
I don't. I was making it up.
They must think I'm married to a nutcase.
Well, it's just that nobody had warned me he was that he had a moustache.
I'm beginning to think they're right.
Yeah, OK. Thanks very much.
What's the matter with Paul? He's been twitching about like a mad thing all evening. He can't keep still.
I think he's having a nervous breakdance. He thinks the car we bought may be stolen.
What?
It's all right, it isn't. I was just talking to the last owner in the logbook.
Oh, the little old lady who only used it on Sundays.
Well, she wasn't that old and she was a minicab driver. But she did sell it to Sid.
So it's all okay?
Not really. She crashed it and sold it for scrap. He's been a bit busy with a chewing gum.
Murray, I'd like a word.
How about diddled?
It is rather confidential.
Oh, they're the best kind.
Right, what do you want first then? The good news or the bad news?
No, let me say my piece. I want you to have our share in the car.
But Paul, you don't understand. It's not... Go on.
I may not have the courage to go to the police, but I cannot keep what may be stolen property. Since it doesn't seem to bother you, you can have our half.
What? For nothing?
Well, I cannot sell stolen property. Now, what was it you wanted to tell me?
It looks like rain.
And what was the good news?
Well, it's good news if you're a duck.
I'll bet that's a load off your mind, Paul.
No, not really.
Well, Murray has told you, hasn't he?
Told me what?
Well, how did the driving test go?
I failed, with honours.
Oh, dear.
I blame Murray. I should have gone to a proper driving school.
Well, come on, it's your go.
Hi, did you pass?
Call yourself a driving instructor. Ha! He passed. I failed. I couldn't answer any of his questions. Well, I did get one nearly right.
What?
My name.
Nearly right.
Would you believe Paula Hatfield? Well, I was nervous. I blame you. He did not approve of some of the hand signals you taught me.
Yeah, well, if they're going to be picky, we'll have to get a copy of the highway code.
Everything you taught me was wrong. It's a 3-point turn, not a 7-point turn. Zigzag lines near a zebra crossing do not mean free parking.
Just an educated guess.
Goodness knows how you ever passed your test.
Oh, I didn't. They failed me on the same things.
More comedy on the way next here on Forces TV.